Hi guys, are you ready to upgrade your rigs this fall? AMD made an official announcement of their highly anticipated 7000 series CPUs coming on September 27th. And that's what I will be scrutinizing today. Let's just quickly glance at the processors that will be part of the release in September. We have the 7950X, which is the top of the line CPU in the list. It has 16 cores with 32 threads. And then we have the 7900X with 12 cores and 24 threads. Both of these have 170 watt TDP, which is higher than what we saw in the previous gen, which were at 105 watts. Don't be concerned. What you get in return, though, is some amazing performance with a single core clock at 5.7 GHz on the 7950X. Not bad. So basically you're getting more performance per watt, and to be more precise, the CPUs consume 62% less power for the same performance, or you get 49% more performance per watt, and this is versus the AMD's previous gen processors. The two processors, the 7700X and 7600X below, still carry over the 105 watt TDP, if that's what you're looking for. I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of specs, but let me focus on a few things that matter. The CPUs are based on the 5nm technology and support PCIe Gen 5 for both video and storage, but you will need to get a motherboard that supports this. The PCIe 5 SSD drives are coming late this year, and by the way, the expectation is the read and write speeds will double. Now, Lisa Su shared some performance benchmarks in both gaming and creator workflows, so let's quickly take a look. Very impressive numbers, and this is for the 7950X versus the previous gen. And as you can see, we have upwards of 35% performance improvement in gaming and 48% improvement in creator workflows. Objectively, this is quite a significant jump. Now, of course, we want to see how AMD stacks up against Intel, and it doesn't disappoint by any means. These numbers are for the 7950X versus Intel's i9-12900K. The performance gains in gaming may not be as consistent, but we see a big difference in creator tasks, with a whopping 62% difference in V-Ray render and between 36 and 41% difference in the rest. This is awesome. AMD just keeps turning up the heat. Okay guys, now let's take a look at the prices for these CPUs. I will mention some other important pieces at the very end, so you have a complete picture. So the top of the line 7950X will go for $699, 7900X for $549, and 7700X for $399, and 7600X for $299. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised, and don't get me wrong, $700 for a CPU is still not cheap. But the prices do make sense, as based on the rumors, I was actually expecting them to be higher. I think AMD realized that the market is not ready for $1,000 CPU prices. Also, if you are not ready to spend $700 for the 7950X, and if you are primarily using the CPU for gaming, the 7700X will provide plenty of power. Heck, even 7600X will do just fine. Just take a look at this. As you can see, based on the AMD's numbers, 7600X can go head-to-head with Intel's i9-12900K. Do take these numbers with a grain of salt though, as they have not been independently verified. Now, maybe a bit of bad news or maybe not. Do remember, if you already have an AM4 motherboard, you will need to upgrade to the one with the AM5 chipset. Moreover, you will need DDR5 RAM. Now let's take a look at what motherboard options we have, so you have a complete picture. Keep in mind, these are more or less top of the line options, and I was able to confirm the exact pricing on a couple of these and got the estimates on the rest. The Crosshair X670E Extreme, which is a bit of a mouthful, is actually the E in the X670E stands for Extreme already, has an eye-watering price of $1,499. It's better be magical at this price. I personally would rather save some money and put it towards a nicer graphics card. MSI's Meg X670E will be $699. The other prices I mentioned are more of an estimate. X670 Tai Chi will be between $500 and $700, and Valkyrie and Aorus Extreme will go for about $500. So the prices will vary wildly, with $500 on the low end and about $1,500 on the high end. Don't go away just yet. Let me tell you another thing to consider if you're planning on buying this at launch. My experience has been that you're almost guaranteed to run into issues with BIOS and various device support when a new gen is initially released, so I would discourage you from being a guinea pig, an early adopter, and I would wait before pulling the trigger on any of these. Overall, I'm very excited about the AMD's CPU lineup. Please do share your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.